going on, guys? It's LadyB. This weekend marked some incredible wars, and with that, we saw Tribe in rare form coming back from what we know was a slump. They've turned back around and came in hot. Stay tuned for Tribe versus Nova. This weekend, we finally got a glimpse of the Tribe we all know and love. It's been a rough go for them over the past couple of weeks. We've seen them look almost like they've lost their mojo, but I can tell you right now that is no longer the case. 4 matches they had this weekend, and all 4 they won, but the one we're going to highlight today is against Nova in their EWU war for round 2. But before we get into that, if you want to take a look at some of the other matchups that we had this weekend, you can take a look in my Twitch channel. Link is in the description below, and definitely head over there if you want to catch all the live war coverage where you can be in there in chat rooting them on. Make sure to go take a look and follow, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you know when these vids drop. Okay, we've got the first attack coming through. Let's head over. And we've got them coming in on Itsu. Let's take this pull off the board as we dive into the first raid. Coming in from Nova, we've got the Yeti Bobat. Yeti Bobats have been fairly successful around, and we've seen Yeti Smashes in general actually taking the lead as one of the top used strategies with a reasonable 44% hit rate, so not doing too badly. We'll see if this is going to get it done. Using the Warden to walk his way through, but I do notice 4 wall breakers, 4 super wall breakers, and no jumps. This is going to be a big push through. I think this is the first time I'm actually getting to see a Yeti Smash with no jumps, with no quad quakes, and only going about with super wall breakers. So we're going to see a quad layer wall break coming through. Big push. Look at him go. Just sending those wall breakers in back to back as everything rips through this base. We've got 1, 2, 3. Only really 3 wall breaks open, but we've got just next to that Eagle Chamber open. So a little bit bigger of a push. He still has a blimp that could come in, cut more of a funnel from the 6 o'clock side of the base. And of course the bats. So blimp coming in, working to take out the quadrant that's just a little bit out of reach. But what's in it? A Yeti? Just a Yeti? Just a Yeti. Might not be enough to take down the queen. He's lost everything in the core. It's fizzled out. Bats are going to struggle to get through. That eagle ideally should have gone down. The scatter shot should have gone down. Those are some of the key components he wanted to take out here. Blimp's done a great job, but with the eagle still up and raining down the impact, that hard-hitting damage is going to wipe them out. So try as he might, this is going to be a defense for Tribe, and a big one at that. We're at 60%. Just one more wizard he can place down for some cleanup here, but we're not going to see this getting above 70%. He's got a nice corner that he can pick up some percentage on. 53 seconds left to go, but I doubt we're going to see this get too far above 70% here. So big defense. If you're hitting anywhere below 85%, you're likely in trouble, and the other team gets a huge advantage that in their 2 stars, they can easily pick up percent there. So Tribe has a nice start. We'll see how strong they can start off with, if it's going to be a higher percentage 2-star or if they can pick up the triple. This is their opportunity. Timaloy called it. Oh, the Ice Golem stalled it totally. Yeah, those Ice Golems in the CC. Ice Golems in the CC can definitely stall up these raids. So 65%, and that is a solid defense there for Tribe Gaming in the start of this war. This is a good opportunity for them to come in and try and pick up a lead here. Dark Asterix, thank you for the follow. You think a barracks at 10 o'clock would have made the funnel sweeter and the hogs? Yeah, that was it was at least nice to see something a little bit different. It's the first time I've ever seen super wall breakers solely being used to power through that. But he didn't get enough within it, and like Tim Malloy pointed out, the ice golems holding things up. It's a lot of times why you use those ice golems. They can hold off a raid in the center of the base, especially if you're trying to invite or bait someone coming in with those Yeti smashes, or if you know a team predominantly likes to use those attacks. So very, very smart thinking there on the defensive CC. Shiv here rooting for Nova, saying, come on, Nova. What's going on, MTJ? You just hope it's an amazing war. I would not expect anything less than an amazing war, and a close one at that, from Tribe and Nova. Either way, this is a war we want to watch, a war we want to see. But the question is, who are you guys voting for in chat? Now, we had the poll up. The majority of you guys saying Tribe was going to get the win. It's 52-48. But I'm curious to know who in chat is rooting for Tribe and who's rooting for Nova. Now we've got Itsu coming off that solid defense, coming in to take out Sam here with the Queen Walk Hybrid. Now Queen Walk Hybrid had some nice success rate to it. We were taking a look at the stats earlier today of what some of the most used attacks were. Now one of the most used was surprisingly Sui Lalo, but Queen Charge Hybrid has had a nice showing of success rate, and utilizing the shape of the space where the queen can walk through the inside of the wall here, taking on some of the outlying defenses. The baby drags and wizards are going to help keep that funnel moving along to keep her path inside that open wall. But this queen's got to first get through the CC, poisoning up the hound as she waits for it to pop. When you do that, it gets all those pops in it early on and helps us continue to move forward quickly. Time is of the essence a lot with these queen walks and queen charges, because you got to get the value needed to line up the funnel and the pathing, and you don't want to drop the remainder of your troops too much further after a minute 40, a minute 30 left on the clock there. Queen having to force her ability to try and get past that single, but she'll have some nice pathing moving down. And with that, we have the king lining up the funnel here, taking the lead for that siege barracks, perfectly placed to allow it to continue down towards that 3 o'clock side and not path across and cut across the hybrid portion here. And the hybrid has smooth sailing, working through the center of the base. Warden ability already used to get past that town hall, and they have nice, easy early entry to the eagle, so it's not too much to worry about, but it's that scatter shot at the end that he needs to make sure he holds off and keeps everything moving along. And with that, uses a freeze to hold it off. RC still holding on to her ability. Just a couple remaining defenses. Unfortunately, the queen's died out, but she's done plenty of work, and he's got so much left over to get it done. We've got an absolutely wrecked base. Tribe coming in strong. This is exactly the tribe that we know and love. And this is the tribe we expect to see. Itsu coming through, no time fail here. He's ensuring that there's not going to be a 99% 2-star from Itsu. We have got the 3-star Itsu bringing it home at the first attack to come in for his team, saying, this is how we're going to start. This is how we're going to do it, boys. Let's keep the momentum going. We're going to see if they can keep that steam moving along. Let's try and take a quick look at the replay here before we head into the next raid. Pop it up on a quick 4x speed. Itsu happening for Tribe. Yeah. Itsu bringing it home there. It's exactly the way to start it. Did you see the baby dragon? Was it to force a queen into the town hall without a wall breaker? No, that was not to do that. That was to bring her along the outside edge. His intention was never to get to the town hall. It was to work along the outer side of the base here. Well, the outer inner side of the base. Never to get the town hall. Very smart move. With the eagle and the town hall so close together, definitely made sense, because he could use the warden ability to get past that town hall, keep the hybrid fairly safe coming through, and a quick easy push to take the eagle down immediately after the town hall was taken down. But we've got Nova coming back in. We're gonna see if they can get this anywhere near close. A triple is gonna have to come in if they want to start increasing that star count and try and turn this back around. They're already falling behind on percentage considerably. That 65% 2-star does them zero favors. So coming through with a queen charge hybrid, hoping this one can be successful for them. We had that test wall breaker going in just to pick up any possible traps along the way. Does a good job at that, getting the remaining coming through and giving the queen access to that town hall. Now there's 2 more wall breakers. We're going to see if he's going to go for a bigger push, a deeper push, keeping that queen pathing further inside this base. If he can get her past that town hall inside that chamber, he can shape this up really nice and really narrow out the pathing for the hybrid. And hybrids, hogs, miners, a lot of these really like to have narrow paths so you can spread the heels out a little bit more and directly across the entire path that they go along. So queen struggling to hang on. Unfortunately, it's looking like she's going to die out here. He does have the ability, but that warden tower doing a lot of damage. This is a perfect time for the hybrid to come in because it'll knock it out and give the queen a little breathing room to do more work. So no, the queen's not going to push through, but we'll see a little bit of a split here from the miners. Not too much that's going to pose problems, especially with all the wizards coming out of that siege barracks. Some additional reinforcement from those hogs to take out the outlying defenses as the miners push through that core and center of the base. This is coming together very nicely. The queen dying out, not taking out the scatter shot. Not ideal, but timing is perfect for the hybrid because they come in and can quickly move past this. And they also benefit from the healers that were sitting there remaining from that queen walk portion. Absolutely hammering through this one. You can see all the troops left over, including the P.E.K.K.A., including the king here. And Nova knows that they needed to step it up to get this done. Coming through and pulling in that 3-star. Percentage is not going to do them any good at this point. So stars that count. Great way to turn it back around after Itsu's triple. But we're going to see, will Tribe come in and pick up another triple and try and keep that lead? At very least, they have a possibility of keeping percent advantage. But solid hit there. Yeah, very nice pathing on that one. What's going on, Raylink? How are you? Good to see you. So let's give this a quick look through. 4 times speed as we wait for the next attack to come through from Tribe Gaming. You wouldn't believe 2 heals would be enough for that base without freezes or scatter. But that's the thing. That's the thing. When you narrow out the pathing, you get so much more value out of the limited spells you do have. And don't forget about when you use the siege barracks, you have additional reinforcement coming through. You have the P.E.K.K.A.s and wizards kind of rounding the corner there where you won't need the spell necessarily. And you have that RC that's coming through for additional reinforcement. So very smart in those placements and knowing where to put those heals for it. Yeah, another RC swag. They're just wrecking it today. Wrecking it today with these queen charge hybrids. NTJ says that's what I was talking about. Triple coming through. So back-to-back trips there. See if they can keep the momentum going. But at least for Tribe, another triple will put them 1 star ahead. LadyB early in the morning. Great way to start the day. What's going on, NC Kincaid? How are you? Yeah, I haven't been doing too many morning streams. It really depends on the war schedules. Like tomorrow's no morning stream for me. Tomorrow's going to be more in the afternoon, but I do enjoy my morning streams on the weekends because I'm able to connect a little bit more with the European community. So it's always nice to be available for that. Okay, we've got Elliot coming in. Elliot's base, unfortunately, not holding the defense. Let's see if he can keep the momentum going and keep a lead ahead for Tribe, bringing in that Yeti blimp to knock out the 8 o'clock quadrant here and line up some of the pathing for the queen charge. It's going to allow the queen to work her way towards a town hall. He does have a wall break here as well. I see the super wall breaker here with the queen pathing up and inside. I'm curious to know where he's going to hook this queen around because there's only 1 super wall breaker to get her in. Now he could easily decide to break her a little bit further through on the back side of the base. Wizard trying to keep the queen pathing along, heading into that expo. She gets a nice value taking on the town hall. It means the warden doesn't need to use his ability for that, can use it a little bit deeper into the base, especially as we see an eagle surrounded by scatter shots. That's going to be critical to hold that ability for coming straight into that. Nicely timed freeze to hold off the single IT here, and that's where we see that wall breaker sneaking in. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Getting that queen access to the single IT there, getting her access to the core of the base, to the eagle, to the scatter shots. Good Lord, Elliot. Coming in ham. We'll see if she makes that hook down and around or if the hybrid's going to get up there first. But this queen has done incredible work along the way and will work her way towards the enemy queen. Hybrid's going to get to the scatter shots and the eagle first before the queen does. But this queen has picked up so much value here, forcing the ability just to get through the queen enough to pick up what was needed and come in and knock down that very last scatter shot here. She's going to die out to the single IT, but she's done everything she could possibly do, even more. Exco, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. 52 seconds left. He's holding on to that RC ability. Now he's got a huge pack of these miners and hugs still going strong through the base to pick up those defense and outlying structures. But that RC going to want to come in and maybe try and knock out those last few remaining defenses. This is coming close to the wire on time, and this is where the RC ability is going to be key to ensure that those defenses go down and limit the spread on what needs to come for the cleanup. Oh, this is unfortunate. Let's say we've got the miners working together. Ooh, that is a good split here. Working up in different sections, RC taking on the very last defense, but 16 seconds left to go to try and get through these storages. Is there anything else remaining on the board on the backside? No. 10 seconds left. RC and Warden working perfectly together. And by gosh, I think we have it. The triple coming in from Elliot. Yeah, that Tesla down was definitely the thing that secured it, and the RC had great pathing to get to it. Absolutely smashed it. GG Elliot. 2 for 2 for Tribe Gaming. And again, we are getting to finally see the Tribe that we know. Tribe has been in on a little bit of a slump. We haven't seen quite the performance we expect to see from Tribe, but today there is something magical happening. And we've got them kicking off with those triples. They do not want to lose this matchup. That is apparent. Absolutely sexy. What's going on, LG? Good to see you. How are you today? Let's take a quick look at that on replay again. Pop it on a quick 4x speed as we get through it. Yeah, they're going ham. What's going on? Hi, V-Love. What's going on, V-Love? Good to see you. Elliot smashing through. Can we please take a look at this wall breaker that sneaks in to get to that single IT chamber? Now that's a roll of the dice sometimes, because don't forget, there are often times that we actually see those super wall breakers going for the outlying walls, going for the wrong target. But he knew it was just enough. It was just enough to get there. So GG. Minnie Mouse pancakes and Lady. Are you having Minnie Mouse pancakes, Vila? Really? Where's mine? What's going on, Pedimix? How are you? Good to see you. Ooh. So we've got an incredible matchup here today. This is exactly what we wanted to see. This was the fire that we were hoping Tribe would bring along to go up against Nova. 2 for 2. And we've got Nova actually sitting there with a triple as well. Little slip up on that first attack, but they weren't going to let that stop them picking up a triple on their second. See if they can keep their momentum going too. What's going on, Lucas? How are you? If he started hybrid at 12, the base would have gotten mauled. You think it would have gotten mauled? I think he did a great job regardless. Darkfire, thank you for the follow. But don't forget, he wants to take on the impact of the eagle and the scatter shots right off the bat. That would have taken him a little bit longer to get through. The queen had most of it covered. She was doing good work. A lot of times it's good to work them kind of along that parallel line to each other. So Sam coming through, and we've got more queen charge hybrid. This seems to be the go-to now. It's been successful so far. So we've got a little more of this to come through. RC picking up some good value. Queen has access to not only the single IT, but to pick up the town hall here as well. Again, that means The Warden ability can be used coming a little bit further through, a little bit deeper into the base, where the eagle and scatter shots lie. But this queen's got access to the eagle, so he doesn't have to worry about it. This Warden ability is going to be key. Getting past those scatter shots, though. Getting past those scatter shots. Queen is picking up some solid value here with that charge. Double layer wall break, getting her nice and easy into that base. Taking on the town hall. We'll see her take on the eagle as well. And this is where we need to see the hybrid pathing a little bit closer together and through. The additional reinforcement of the hogs to come in to take on the scatter shot that's a little bit further to the outside, so it gets a good split here. But we need everything pathing back inside and in line, allowing the queen to do some work. But she dies out. She dies out. Very least, we'll see the hybrid getting the benefit of those healers coming through. We've got some back-end loons to help out, potentially with the Tesla farm or the cannons and mortars on the outskirts. Ensuring that nothing pulls out of formation. It's got the archer to take on the storage. Minute 4 on the clock. He's fine on time, but it's a matter getting through the entire back-end Tesla farm. A little bit hung up here. This is unfortunate. The multi wreaking havoc. Miners trying to get through. This is where a lot of times we see that RC coming in because she continues that power, but he used it for the early funnel. And that's not enough to get it done. Danny holding on to a big defense here as well. Skellies are going to knock out this archer tower. 77, 78, maybe 77%. 2-star. So again, holding the lead not only on stars, but holding some solid defense at that. What's going on, Danilo? Good to see you. Yeah, Tribe going ham on this one. Willie already calling the win. If they keep that momentum going, if they keep these 3 stars rolling in, the next 3-star to come in will almost certainly secure. Yeah, it would. It would secure it just on percentage alone, but that would be dependent on if Nova can pick up 2 more triples and what percentage, if they defend, what percentage they hold on. We'll see. We'll see. It ain't over yet. Don't jinx it, Willie. It ain't over yet. RC as an opener, you like to see variety. I think that's where you see it doesn't necessarily pay off. It's nice having that power of the RC kind of on the back end. Okay, we got Hex coming in. Tribe being Tribe. Finally. Pebu's here. He is. Okay, we got Hex coming through with the Yeti smash. Now Warden to lead the way here. And we've got an Ice Golem doing some tanking for the RC. Lining up a little bit more pathing for this. Trying to create easy, smooth access for the initial push. We'll have the Siege Barracks working along the outside edge as well. RC doing some good work, and a need to take out that scatter shot. Has to force that ability to get past it. Is it enough? Just enough. Ooh. Picking up some good value there. And that's a nice narrow path for this one. Nice narrow path. Warden taking on that multi. It's a good position for him because he can reach right over that wall. A lot of times you'll see Wardens in action because of the range that they have. Where a queen would need a wall breaker to get the same value, Warden picks it up nice and easy. Big push in here. Wrapping around the corner to get to the town hall, back inside the base. 1 jump is all that's needed to get this done. Big push. But are the Ice Golems going to hold it up is the question. That could be a problem. Ice Golems coming out. We have the main pack of Yetis getting past the town hall. It's a queen that's hung up here. A couple of Yetis hung up as well. But the main pack getting past the Ice Golems into just about the core of this base. That eagle still causing problems. This has not moved in as quick enough as he would have hoped for. Will there be enough left over? He still has a queen and king ability to power through. There's no singles to worry about, just that scatter shot. The queen has full access to get to it if the Yetis don't. I think he might have just enough to get this. Queen, oh, look at her go. He knows he wants to hold on to that ability as long as possible to help power this through. This is done. Phenomenal work. 49 seconds left, and we can call it. This is the triple. What's going on, Red Gorilla? Good to see you. How are you today? Tribe Gaming is coming in on fire today. Absolutely incredible. Forcing that queen ability, just ensuring he has the time to get this done, that she has enough power, but it's really no worry. 30 seconds left, and he's right there on the back end of the base. GG Hex. Tribe coming in 3 for 3. Somebody ate their Wheaties today. Maybe the entire team. But I don't know what happened. Tribe has finally gotten their heads back in this, and they're showing us the tribe we know them to be. 3 for 3 on the board there. I hope you guys can you guys hear the lawnmower going? Oh my goodness. The lawn's getting mowed. I don't know if you hear all that noise. Yeah, sorry. I can't do too much about it. Can't do too much about it. So we got Suerte coming in for Nova. Looking to take on Lex. This is the base usually people leave for the end because they know it's the easy triple because of the walls, but sometimes, just sometimes, Lex fools them with those walls. It's a Lex new base. New base for Lex. Is it going to defend, though, is a question. Or are the walls going to let him down? So Suerte coming in with a queen charge hybrid. We've seen a lot of success with this so far. We're going to continue to see that moving along. While breaking the queen open to give her access, heading just past to the eagle. She's got a lot of value here to pick up. Now, I like that he's left all the ITs for the hybrid. Very smart here to leave that for the hybrid, because the queen does not do too well against them. She'd have to waste too much energy to get into that. He does have the Yeti blimp as well to come in for a little bit of the back end, though he could use it for the town hall if he wants to really limit the pathing for the hybrid. We'll see. We'll see. Could have a sneaky goblin in there as well. The snow's kind of melted, but the mowing's going on. The snow's melted. You might be I don't know if it's fully melted. But I have some tree stumps that are going to be excavated as well. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Powering that queen through. She's going to lead her way up. This is coming a little bit different than I thought. Leviticus, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's mowing. I have to make sure I schedule these so it doesn't happen when I'm streaming. Oh my goodness. So queen powers through perfectly here. Town hall goes down. He's still got that blimp for the back end. Single IT to help out on the 12 o'clock side there. Big push in. Nice work. Queen has gone ham on this one. RC with the ability, I think it's safe to say he's got this down. 46 seconds left to go. Everything's spread apart in perfect alignment. Just needs to wrap up to the 12 o'clock side of the base, and this is GG. That RC ability is going to help out as well with the time factor to try and take on those last remaining defenses. This is why he's being very patient through it, to ensure that the defenses go down and the structures as well. He can force the ability now if he wants to ensure that he's got the time, but 18 seconds. Miner's taking down that 3 o'clock side. RC and Queen taking down that 12 o'clock side, and it is GG. So we'll give a quick replay of that again as we wait for the next attack to come in. Now we have Tribe sitting 3 for 3. We've got Nova sitting 2 for 4. 2 for 4. If Tribe slip up, this could be an opportunity for Nova to turn it back around. But it would have to be a big slip up on percent. What's going on, Joker? How are you? He could have swagged the blimp on that one. He would have had time issues. If he swagged the blimp on that one, he would have had time issues. Mighty Sergio, thank you for the follow. What's going on? Hello. Welcome. Hi, KJ. I am doing well, thank you. I am. Got a big day of war coverage. We're kicking it off this morning with some Tribe and Nova. We'll take a break in between and then come back in the afternoon. But we still have attacks to come in. Danny coming in with the 4th hit for Tribe Gaming. If he picks up the triple, we know this is a secured win for Tribe Gaming. Nova sits back on percentage. They are slightly behind on stars. But if they can hold some defenses, it really could turn around for them. But it would have to be big defenses. And Danny coming in with a bat bomb. Bat bomb to open up a portion of the space, section it off, give access to the RC to work our way in. He wants to take down this town hall. We're going to see the drags passing through. Danny's been working a lot with dragons. We've seen some decent success with it for him as well. All 4 Expos gone. Just like that. Just like that. Knocks out a nice portion of the center of the base here. We've got the baby dragon working through. Now he's got the stone slammer. Stone slammer that can move in, take on the town hall. 1 drag moving forward for it, but that's not going to be enough to get it done. Dragons need to path around, take care of the majority of this base. With the stone slammer coming in to take on that town hall. Queen still doing some solid work around the outside of the base. I like the way he sectioned this off. Look at the power he's getting with the heroes. King and Queen still working along that outside edge. Queen's been holding on to the ability. Gonna need to continue holding it on for as long as possible. But the unfortunate part is the dragons die out here. The eagle never goes down. So we are going to see this likely fizzle out here. That eagle gonna deal some damage, trying to knock it out with the loons that he has remaining. But the bigger problem we're gonna still see here is not only that eagle, but the scatter shot and the single IT. Couple of loons coming in remaining from stone slammer to try and take it out, but it is not gonna be enough. That is an OP eagle there. Unfortunate. Yeah, pre-swagged. Yeah, could have made a difference on that one. Soham could have made a big difference. Those triples distracting me like always. Seriously, really are. I'm sorry. I know I call him Danny. Do you get weirded out when I do that? Yeah, nice percent on that one. 95%, which secures a victory here for them. There's almost no coming back on this one, with Danny having Eve Check having a 95% 2-star. What's going on, Nice Delta? Great stream. Came by to thank you for the gold pass. You're next on my prime list. That's all good. That's all good. Thank you. And I'm happy to give those away. I love doing that. I love doing the giveaways for the community, giving back where I can. Yeah, it's a shame. That eagle, though, holding the defense ultimately. So it's going to almost certainly be the Tribe win here, but we'll see if Nova finishes off strong. Let's see if we can sneak in. I wanted to take a look at the replay of the hit from Hex. We didn't get to take a quick look at that replay, so let's pop it up while we wait for Nova to come in with her final attack. You're messing with me. I know, I always call him Danny, and I always forget that a lot of people don't know that. Because that's what we always call him and Eve. That's what everybody calls him, Eve, and it's like Eve is the clan. Eve is the clan. He's Eve Check. It's Eve Check, not Eve. Okay, we got Pekka coming in. This is LP going for the final hit for Nova. Now a 3-star will tie them up. Potentially if Tribe picks up a 2-star, but they'll still be far behind on percentage. I think Danny secured that with that 95%. LP coming through. with the queen charge hybrid here. More queen charge hybrid action. Now the queen has great pathing inside this base. Wall breaker's almost not even needed because of what she can pick up moving inside further. But if he wants to path her up to the town hall, which we'll see, or if he wants to push her a little bit further into the eagle, that's where you can pick up some value with the wall breakers. This is absolutely crazy. Look at the impact coming at the queen. He is ballsy for doing this. Absolutely gutsy. Coming in on the scatter shot, the Warden Tower, the queen, the CC. We've got Expo surrounding her. Absolutely crazy. And here we go. Wall break coming in to give access to the eagle. Unfortunately, doesn't get the wall break and the queen dies out. So the value that was intended did not happen. Scatter shot never went down. Eagle never went down. Dealing that damage as the hybrid tries to work through, but he gets a decent split on the pathing. Did he get enough to go to the town hall to take it down? No. Everything bypassing the town hall. Ooh, this is not going to be the way that they want to finish up. This is going to be a tough go to take down that town hall. It's not going to happen, and we're going to see them finishing up with a 1-star. This secures, certainly, a big victory for Tribe Gaming. Yeah, the split was decent to see coming into the scatter shot, but it was a little bit too heavily concentrated towards the center of the base rather than splitting equally and being able to take on the town hall as well. And LP knows this, just coming through, dropping what he has remaining, but he knows ultimately he didn't have what was needed to take on that town hall. And that's unfortunate because you can see how much he's gotten through this base with what's gone wrong, with the queen dying out, with the town hall not going down. The percentage in this is incredible. If this had gone to plan, this would have easily been the triple. It was a solid plan. Just unfortunate turn of events on that one. So left with the 84%. We've got Tribe with the victory here. One more attack left to go for them. We'll see if they can finish off strong with the triple. And let's back out. I think there must be an archer somewhere on the board. So 11 to 11 with Nova with their last attack in. It is tied up here. But Tribe has one more attack left to go. One more attack left to go on this one. Fred's your cat. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Why did someone poke the Tribe beast? I don't know. But someone definitely lit a fire under their bums. They did. I don't know who. Not sure who. But thank you. Thank you. This is what we finally wanted to say. Let's see if we could get that near perfect war. It would be 5% shy of a perfect war if we get that last triple in. And who have we yet to see? Is it Lex maybe? Is it Lex we haven't seen yet to come in with that final hit? What's going on, The Real Queso? Good to see you. How are you today? So who predicted Tribe? There were 52% of you guys. Who predicted Tribe? Let me know in the chat. Little Gordina. A nice close call there for Danny, but unfortunately not able to get it done. 5% shy of a triple. No more pressure on Lex at this point. There's like legitimately no pressure on Lex. If he wanted to just pick up a 1-star, he could. I said Lex maybe. I said Lex maybe, not Lex baby. Did not say Lex. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. What's it to ya? What's going on? Lex knows is my dad. Good to see you. You should be proud. Lex knows is my dad. You should be proud of your father. Give him some love. Lex could go for percent. Yeah, that's all he needs to do. Pick up a little percent along the way. This is like Heyo. Heyo all over again. I know, right? You guys are terrible to me sometimes. You can't swag the attack, Jojo. They don't have the percentage. You can't swag the attack. And they never would. They wouldn't. There's no honor in swagging attacks. But he just needs to pick up the town hall. That's all he needs to do. Coming in with the queen charge minor. 8 wall breakers. So it looks like we're going to get A double layer wall break coming in. Baby Dragon lining up the pathing here. Now I'm curious to see if he's going to push the Queen into that Town Hall side, or if he's going to work her a little bit further down inside this base. Likely working her in towards that scatter shot chamber. We see the King lining up the pathing here. Nice delay on the healers, ensuring that the loons come in. Pick up any possible traps along the way. Get a big push in. Ooh, almost enough to take on the AD. But good path across. King's done some great work. Ideally, the Queen will push her way into the scatter shot and not get lured out by the elixir storage. She should likely move up to get towards the cannon and the scatter shot. She's in range. She has nice access to the Town Hall as well. And more wall breakers. More wall breakers to push her further inside this base. Goodness gracious. This is a nice lengthy Queen charge. I have not seen one of these in quite some time. Absolutely loving it. Dropping a couple of miners here to keep the Queen from pathing further away. Like it. Taking on the Wizard Tower. And there we go. Miners coming through from the Town Hall side. Warden ability will keep them safe. Queen's got great access here to work her way in towards that single IT, forcing the ability to ensure she gets past it and continues to keep some nice narrow pathing here for the hybrid. Smooth sailing so far. RC going to have to force her ability. Little auto ability likely going off there, but look how much value the Queen's picked up. Easy push down towards that back end. Queen's going to die out to the single IT, but he's got a lot of miners left over to get through this back end and take on the last remaining defenses. He's going to have a little bit bigger push going down. Lots still remaining on the 730 side of the base. Wizard's going to have to be placed. Ooh, this is tough. The Wizard would ideally come up to the 3 o'clock side with a couple of miners splitting up. If they can take on those defenses, this Wizard could do some good work. And that's what he's banking on. Time is going to be the bigger issue here. Wizard's not going to be able to do it. Ooh, it's that 3 o'clock side of the base that ultimately is going to cost him. Not enough miners coming through that top side. Bottom side will get taken care of, but there's not enough time. So a close one to the triple, but ultimately going to be the time fail. Good try, Lex. Yeah, that's a tough one. The RC dying out and not enough miners spread to the top side of the base. He's left with a 92%. So GG to Tribe Gaming, 13-11 Tribe, finally getting in some points for Community A for the USA division. GG, and putting points on the board for themselves in round 2. But let's take a quick look at the triples to come, and then we'll talk about the schedule to come later. We still have some more EWU action, but we have a ton more wars coming in later this afternoon. So stay tuned. I'll tell you about the schedule as soon as we go through these triples really quick. So Hex picking it up here with the Yeti Smash. We've got the Warden that led the way. Nice use of the RC, the Ice Golem to do tanking. The RC did phenomenal work sectioning off a portion of this base and creating some nice smooth pathing for the hybrid to essentially push into wrapping around the Town Hall side and jumping back into the base coming through. Now, what was a little worrisome here was there were the Ice Golems that came out of the CC, but he got a huge push from the majority of the Yetis to come through in the center of the base, as the Queen and a couple of Yetis got hung up on that. But ultimately, with the Queen getting held behind, she's able to hold on to her ability. But can we talk about the big push through from the Siege Barracks? That King going the distance, P.E.K.K.A. Wizards doing a ton of work here, and the Queen holding on to the ability to the very end. Yeah, Iron Master was a great war. Great war. Good to have you here. I'm glad you were watching today. Courtney, this is the only matchup for today, but let's talk about what's to come. Take a look at the triples, and I'll line up the schedule for you guys so you can see what's to come a little bit later. Itsu picking up that very first triple of the war and for Tribe Gaming. Came through with the Queen Charge Hybrid. Nice success rate that we've seen with these Queen Charge Hybrids. Radio, what's going on? Is it supposed to be bonjour? I have no idea what that says. No idea. So really smart pathing here through with the Queen to work along the outside edge of the base. Hybrid powering through the Town Hall section. Makes easy work coming in with that Siege Barracks to work along the outside edge. Opposite to where the Queen was. And that's a nice straight line for the Hogs and Miners to path down and around. And holding on to that RC ability. I mean, seriously, this RC was not touched. Not touched throughout this raid. And a swag RC ability, but that was not the only one. We saw a swag RC ability come in from Nova as well, which we'll take a look at in just a second. We'll highlight Tribe's beautiful triples if you missed them a little bit earlier. A little more Queen Charge Hybrid shaping up. The Queen Charge here with the Yeti Blimp. Yeti Blimp takes out the 8 o'clock chamber here, allowing the Queen nice passage and entry. But the kicker on this one was the charge. The wall breaker sneaking past that open entry and opening up the wall right there for the Queen to get into that single IT chamber and leading the path along the way to take out the enemy Queen. Hybrid powers through, taking on that Eagle and ultimately taking on the remainder of this defense once the Queen went down. Again, RC almost not touched this raid, but being able to use that ability to get through the single IT. And Elliot absolutely smashed this one. Absolutely incredible showing from Tribe Gaming. We had that 95% 2-star from Eve Check, 92% from Lex. Close calls on this one. Lex was a time fail. We had Danny, Eve Check, coming in just so close to getting it done, but that Eagle ultimately holding up the defense there, and a scatter shot and single remaining on the tail end. But let's give some love to Nova as well for their triples that came in. Queen Charge Hybrid on this one, getting it done. Now Queen working her way in towards that Town Hall. Koro, what's going on? Coming in with the dono. Thank you, Koro. And get some love in the chat. How are you today, mister? So Queen did some beautiful work along the way here. Some additional wall breakers that were left over. I was curious to see if there was going to be a big push to get her further into the base, but not needed. Not needed. And absolutely ripped through this raid with swag RC ability. Absolutely incredible. When you see players swagging those hero abilities, just shows the power of the attack. You're doing homework. Nice. And then Suerte picking up that triple on Lex here. Again, with some Queen Charge Hybrid. Queen Charge Hybrid seems to be that go-to this week so far. It'll be interesting to see what the stats show for round 2, what everyone's using with the most success rate. But so far, Queen Charge Hybrid has been dominant this war. Working that Queen in. And he picks up some great value in the section here. Hybrid working narrowly along. Queen beats her way through the wall to get the access into the Queen. Wraps around the corner, but ultimately the Queen's able to take on the Town Hall. Briz, thank you for the follow. Queen takes on that Town Hall and continues to push through to take on the scatter shots. Yeti Blimp coming in for that 12 o'clock side. Now, no, this couldn't have swagged the Blimp. Somebody said that earlier today. Goat Feed, thank you for the follow. No, it couldn't have swagged the Blimp because there was not enough time to get that done. It would have time failed. This came down a little bit to the wire. Would have been an issue. F and Joe, how are you? Good to see you. I'm doing well today. I hope you are too. Okay, so that's it. Let's talk about the schedules for later today. But huge congrats to Tribe Gaming for the win over Nova. Great war and great to see Tribe back on fire, just as we would expect them to. But let's talk about schedule. Where are we here with the schedule? Schedule. There we go. Dap Code, thank you for the follow. Okay, so this is going to be today's schedule. I will be back at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with some Pinnacle Cup action. We've got Scorpion Monkeys facing off against Tribe Gaming again. We're going to see if they're going to be on a roll today. Tribe's got a lot of action. 2 more wars to go. So Scorpion Monkeys versus Tribe Gaming. After that, we have more EWU. We have EWU Esports facing off against my boys over in 11 Original. Then we're going to head straight into Tribe Gaming in their CWL Esports matchup against One Hive. We've got another Tribe versus One Hive matchup to come, but this time it's a 5er. And then we've got 11 Original going up against One Hive Genesis in CWL Invite. So that's going to be the tail end of the war that we'll get to see, and we'll show some highlights from that one as well. This is all today. This is all going to be back to back starting at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be 8 p.m. in Europe. Yeah. What's going on, Staff COC? Good to see you. How are you today? So I will see you in a couple of hours. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have some lunch. And I'm just going to go do stuff. I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, and I'll hope to see you a little bit later. So if you're not following me, make sure to hit the follow button and turn those notifications on so you know when I go live. You can also hop on my Discord server where I post my schedules and when I'm going live. And you can follow me on social media where I post also my schedules and when I go live and other fun things. Good thing you got the grass mowed early. Yeah, speaking of, I gotta go out and I gotta pay my landscaper. I'll catch you. What time UK? UK will be 7 p.m. UK is 1 hour behind Central European time. So 7 p.m. 7 p.m. UK time. It'll kick off. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great one. I'll see you soon.